there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So BYU's offense has the ball first today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And the Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Punt is on its way. He's got it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Boise State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like, you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Now he's looking to throw it. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They're looking to pass from the red zone. The throw. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. Push down for the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Terrell. Quickly complete. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. BYU has this offense clicking. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll run play action. Buys a little time with his feet. Makes the catch. It's man. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's O'Neal. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, a lot of space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a...
Touchdown, Broncos! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Direct snap. Finding open areas. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Now on the move. Got enough for the first down.
And this is why he's so difficult to defend. It doesn't matter how many yards you need because he can chew them up so fast, whether you think it's going to be a pass and then all of a sudden he pulls it down. This guy's got so much athletic ability that he can make you pay.
Turning it on. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Terrell. Makes the grab over the middle. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The give to the lone running back. Got the first down and more. There he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on the hat, creating the explosive run.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They try to pop a run on the draw. Sweet cut there. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Terrell. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Boise State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Pulls and fired complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Looking for a man. It's Terrell. Takes the easy one to the back. Still running at the 40. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Quarterback on the keeper. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. BYU lines up quickly. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. To the air on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards.
Oh, he's got some space. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Touchdown Broncos! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he makes the extra point.
35, BYU, 7.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with a halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Starting this third quarter on the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Under fire. Grab near the sticks. It's man. At the 40, there he goes. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Broncos! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it.